The Anchorage Museum opened this stunning new wing in May of 2010. One of the opportunities that drove this civic investment was the chance to create a home for treasures of Alaska Native art and culture. The new facility in Anchorage is an international destination, not only for visitors, but museum colleagues who are looking to us as a model for working with Indigenous communities. This exhibition, Living Our Cultures, Sharing Our Heritage, the First Peoples of Alaska, is the outcome of a decade of shared effort of the Smithsonian Institution, Anchorage Museum, and many Alaska Native partners, elders, scholars, artists, and educators who worked with us all along the way to realize a shared vision.
We had an opportunity not only to talk about the specifics of the collection, but really to say, well, what do we want to say about ourselves? What we wanted to avoid was a sort of static display of this is a fascinating object that represents a static culture, or cultures that are vanishing. And what we wanted to do was show instead that these materials and the cultures that we're a part of are rich, they're dynamic, they're continuing to move forward.
For many, many years I worked on my native language and worked on a dictionary of my language. It's not perfect, but that's my life's work.
Elders and younger representatives from each area talk about the history, language, environment, and key concepts of cultural understanding for their regions.
I yelled canoe.
This fills the space with the voices of the people, and it immediately signals that this gallery is about self-representation.
I'm very lucky to have had my grandparents to help me to learn how the Tsimshian lived.
The integration of message and design, it's arranged to represent a cultural landscape of Alaska, going from north to south. Transparency is such that you see through one case all the way down the row into others. It makes a beautiful connection and invites you to explore.
I'm standing in front of the Inupiat case on the north side of the exhibit. There's enough variety in what's represented that if I had a group of elders here, they could spend days just talking about 2 or 3 of these pieces, connecting it to our culture, connecting it to our knowledge, connecting it to how it contributes to our place within our communities. The seal scratcher is a device that helps us to have seal relax as we're approaching them. And as we scratch on the ice, it makes a sound that reassures them that everything's okay, so we can approach them and get within striking distance.
These touch screens at the end of each case, explorer stations, allow visitors to learn more about any of the objects in the case. You can see that we've made provisions to zoom in and really see the detail on these carvings. Like here's one of the bowhead whales with a blue bead in its back. That's where the harpooner would actually strike the animal, and it represents the animal's soul. We have the discussions right here, the transcripts in English and Inupiaq that we had with elders. And then one of the, I think, really nice features is the ability to see this bowl from all sides with this 360-degree view to see the animals on front and back.
That circle within circle and a dot in the middle in the 4 lines, that's our emblem that shows who we are, and that's how we see our connection to the cosmos and our life essence.
Ceremony and celebration is an important theme in the exhibition, including the winter hunting festivals of the Yupik region. This is a Nupstuk mask that was designed by the shaman. It represents one of the controlling sky spirits who lets the animals pass from the sky worlds back down to the earth, where they can be reincarnated for the hunters. Within the traditional Athabascan way of life was very mobile. People moved from camp to camp throughout the year. In Washington, we talked to elders about this Koyakan beaded dog blanket. This was for dressing your dog team for a celebratory arrival at New Year's or some other event in Athabascan village, and every dog in the team would be dressed in one of these beautiful beaded blankets.
Kleinstadt. Dog blanket, and I heard about it. And when they're coming, they could hear long wait, that's what people said.
Oh, yeah.
See?
This collection is not only an exhibition, it's also a resource for community study. The support system for the objects is designed so that the cases open up, we have full access to everything. We can take the pieces off, transport them on a custom-made cart, and take them to the cultural consultation room, which is built right into the gallery.
One of the great things about being a part of the group that put this all together was a real opportunity to say, we aren't passing, we're not going away. And the cultures that created all of these materials are continuing to create and recreate our societies today and making a contribution to the state of Alaska. That's what I think this exhibit helps to do.